You're looking at a wastewater treatment plant.
Algae is amazing.
Restoration ecologist Peter May is working with the New York City Department of Environmental Protection to put this stuff, filamentous green algae, to work in this.
A device known as an algal turf scrubber. 2 flowways, about 350 feet long.
Filled with algae.
At its surface, it's algae cleaning water.
The water comes from this treatment plant across the street, and it's already been cleaned some. It's pumped up here.
At the top end, there's devices that control the flow.
20 gallons get spilled down each ramp every minute, which is actually only a drop in the wastewater bucket. It's less than 1% of the water treated at this plant alone, and there are 13 other plants like this in New York City. So
this pilot system is
the proof of concept.
It cost about $400,000, and what the system is testing is how well algae grows on the ramp and how that algae improves the quality of the water. So the water quality is tested up here, and then a few minutes later it reaches the bottom of the slide. It's pumped into these barrels and is tested again. The scrubber's been in operation for about a year, and the results show
algae does a very good job of removing nutrients.
Like nitrogen and phosphorus.
They're absorbing nutrients along those strands as they wave, kind of like, kelp on a larger scale in the ocean.
And the scrubber doesn't just remove.
Dissolved oxygen levels substantially increase. And that's very good for aquatic life.
Which is good for Jamaica Bay, the ecosystem where this water will end up, although it's chlorinated first. The algae ends up here. This is about a week's growth harvested and dried. And the haul depends on the season, temperature, sunlight, and the species of algae that happen to take root.
Peak production is in the summertime, as you would expect.
From the DEP's perspective, the more biomass the better, because they're trying to use it for something else. With the help of the University of Arkansas, the DEP turned some of its past harvest into this.
It's the first biofuel made from a wastewater plant growing algae.
A system of this size can only produce about a liter of biofuel every few weeks. But the idea is that a scaled-up scrubber could produce a more meaningful amount. As for this inaugural bottle,
we thought of burning it, but that seemed to be wrong.
So instead, you can head to the visitor center at the Newtown Creek Wastewater Treatment Plant.
It'll be on display in perpetuity. Any subsequent fuel that we're making, that we can play with.